In this chapter, I'm going to talk about how to install and how to generate sitemap for your website. Now, very first thing must be coming to your mind, and you must be wondering what is sitemap is all about, and why do we need to install, and what is the purpose of having a sitemap on your website. Now, let me explain. If you go on Google search, you will get a lot of results and explanation about XML sitemaps. So XML is a format which is recorded in the form of XML format, and then all your URLs, that means all your pages of your website, is formatted in an XML, and it is actually called the sitemap. Now, sitemap is as the explanation says, that it's a list of URLs for a site. But to give you a very layman explanation, I would give an example. Like, let's say you have 50 pages on your website, okay, and you have posted those pages onto Google search, and they're coming up on Google search results. All right. Now, for example, if there are any changes onto those pages, as we keep updating our website every now and then, those pages gets changed, right? So the content or the images or whatever you call it, or whatever you change on that particular page or your whole website. In case of if you're revamping your website, that is also one use case scenario. What happens is the XML sitemap, if you have already installed on your website and put it on your server, and Google knows about that sitemap, then whatever changes you make to those pages, automatically it will then get updated on Google search. Okay, that is more or less the ideology behind XML sitemap, so that once someone is searching for your pages or for your website, okay, then they should get the updated description onto the Google search, isn't it so? Right. So now let's see an example how to generate a sitemap and how to then install it onto your website. I will be using two different examples. One, I will be using a sitemap generator and then putting onto your server, onto your hosting server. Or the second example would be how to generate an XML sitemap inside the WordPress. So let's do the WordPress thing first. Again, I will be adding one plugin. I'll go into my dashboard, and here I am. I will be looking out for XML sitemap, or you can just put sitemaps. It will give you some results. Now, again, it will give me a lot of results. What I need to be looking at is this one. Even this one is not bad. Whichever has an highest number of downloads, this is a little trick, that which one to choose out of this list is the one which has right on the top. That's the first thing. Second is that they have a lot of downloads. That means a lot of people have downloaded it, and there are a lot of reviews about it. That means that particular plugin works well. In this case, I've already installed Google XML Sitemaps, which has got 1+ million active installations. And I will go, once I have installed this plugin, I will go inside the plugin, and then I will basically, all you need to do is just basically install the Google XML sitemap, and then automatically it will start crawling your pages every now and then. That is one way to do it. The second way to do it is a lot of onto Google search. If you go and search for sitemap generator, okay, just type in sitemap generator and you will get these results. I'm taking particularly is no specific website which you need to go to, as long as they do the job. I have taken the very first one as an example, and I'll go to this XML sitemaps.com, and I'm going to put my website URL here, and then it will just simply start the process, and it will give me a sitemap of my website, and then it will be downloaded on my system right here on my local computer. Okay. Once I get that file, I will then go to my backend of my website hosting services. Now, it can be any hosting services that you use for your domain name. For example, GoDaddy can be one, Bluehost can be one, and there are multiple website hosting providers. You need to go there and just install the sitemap which has been downloaded onto your system. Okay, it is as simple as that. Now the process is still not finished yet. Okay, you need to go to Google Webmaster Tools, or rather Google Search Console, which we have talked in the previous chapter, and I've talked about how to register your website on Google Search Console. Right, we will go into the same website, which is Google Search Console, which we have registered our domain name, and all we have to do is just put the sitemap extension, which is sitemap.xml. So your domain name is already registered. It will take it automatically. You don't need to type that. All you have to do is sitemap.xml, and then you will have submit button, which you will submit. Once you submit this, your sitemap will be registered, or it will be uploaded and updated regularly on Google search, and your domain name, and whenever you do any sort of updates or changes to your website, it will automatically get updated. Okay, we will talk about this more in detail in the upcoming chapters, but the simple way of generating sitemap, uploading sitemap is what you need to do. Once you have your website already, whether it is on WordPress or in simple HTML, your pages of your website will be then updated automatically through this sitemap. Okay, that is all for this chapter, and I will see you in the next video. Stay tuned. Bye for now.